May the Most High Creator bless us. I consider myself, amongst many other things, a spiritual scientist. It's your daily duty to find out the truth of who you are. That is it. That is all. I found out a few spiritual things while realizing how deep the rabbit hole goes. And I'm talking about vibration. When they say everything is vibration, that is the absolute truth. When I speak about the heart is the drum which vibrates, right? Not only it pumps blood, but it has a beat, a vibration, a frequency. This is why even though snakes doesn't have ears, it follows the vibration, the invisible vibrations of the flute that the player plays, and it majestically follows it, the vibrations. Same thing. This is how they control us. This is why the music industry is so demonic right now, because it controls our vibrations, and our vibrations controls the mood, our behavior, psychological, mental, and spiritual, manifesting physically. So if you want to truly wake up, pay attention to the things that I'm going to say, because a supernatural thing just happened to me a few days ago while doing this. If you realize my videos, I always talk of the light, because I am allied with the light. Alright? If you see some of my other videos, you would see that I noticed that the light, these light beams, they come down to like these mosques and certain religious places, in certain areas. And I realized going into an Uber the other day, I was listening to, it was an Arabic guy, I believe he was Muslim. And the music that they play is not really music. It sounds like it's music because it's someone singing, but they're actually praising their Most High, which they call Allah. So they do it in song form. And when I look back at the videos, I realize like these beings come because of the certain melody, the high frequency melody with good intent, with pure divine intent. And they attracted these angelic beings or these star gods. They come down and pay homage, and they see that there's homage being paid to the light. It doesn't really matter what religion you're in. There's a moralic code and principles that once followed, you align yourself with the light. The light understands that we humans are broken up by different language and culture. This is why religious people can't understand, like, well, how come if he's not a Christian, how come the light came for him or saved him or whatever? It's because the powers that be, the true divine lights, they transcend past human language and they can communicate with us in many different languages. Okay? They know all. So it's certain, I realize that the vibrations, the hem, it's a hymn, or some say, songs like a hymn, or these different things that you sing and you give thanks and praises to the allness, to the source that draws you forth. Now, I realized that the other day, and I cut off all negative music out my phone and anything with a voice. And you remember I had a few months ago, last year, I made a video about how I had a dream that I was shown this divine technology where it's like you have to think good thoughts and beautiful thoughts, and then after only that with the divine technology work, and it ended up playing the most beautiful musical sound I ever heard. Well, it's like that. That's exactly what I'm trying to tell you, the pieces to the puzzle of how you elevate spiritually. This is keys. It's through sound, certain sound. This is why, like I said, the industry, they corrupt and poison and demonize the music, because it'll bring you down into a certain frequency where you're under a spell, under hex, and under the power of demonic entities and powers. This is real. So I stopped playing everything for the whole day. I was thinking of music and certain melodies, high frequency, beautiful melodies, and I started giving thanks and praise in a voice in my head, with a beautiful voice, and I was singing with the sound, giving praises. This is all in my head. I'm playing, and then I tried to sing it like thank you, like they say. This is why in certain books in religion they have songs, like in the Bible they have Song of Psalms and different thing. They do hymns to the Most High. Different religion have songs of worship. It's not really the words that you have to follow in that order of religion. It's basically the feeling of the inside, and what you're saying has to match up. It can't just be the empty words that you're singing along with. That's why there's no spiritual high power energy there, because a lot of fake people singing. But when you really, really, really align your heart, the beat of the drum, with the sound of your voice, and you're singing to the allness, to the connection, no matter what name you give it, that higher power, you're giving thanks and praise, and you're singing in a certain melody, it wakes up your Ra'u, your chakras. So the other day I did that, right? All day I practiced negative thinking out my head. Even if it's people that I'm into it with or something, I just gave it good thought, and I meditated on everyone loving each other, and I was like, man, you know what? Let me just pray for peace and tranquility and sing it. And every thought, I was basically singing it instead of just blandly like saying it in my mind, and I was singing it in a high tone type of way in my head. And lo and behold, I went upstairs to lay down, and as I'm dozing off, I woke back up because the alarm clock went off, right? And I turned it back off, and I went back to sleep. And as I was going to sleep, I felt something pulling out of me, pulling out of my stomach, pulling. The same feeling I got when my soul came out of my body and I saw it. It was doing it again, like it was coming out, pulling out. And I saw a piece of it when I was looking at my stomach, like a little piece was coming out. And this is why they say your soul is like a bird. You know what I mean? Have you ever seen a bird in a birdhouse or a nest? It looks around, it peeps at the environment, then it flees off fast. That's exactly what the soul is, a bird. Like it flees with quickness. It flies around. It's free. So I look and I see my soul coming out like a aura, like a blue aura thing that looks like me coming out my stomach, and it's coming out slowly, and it felt like it was going to go off, take off. And I got up like, no, and I had to like willingly, with will, request it to come back in my body, because it felt like if it left out, my family would have came home to a corpse on the bed. So with these songs and stuff, like when you enter a zone where it's like, okay, now I understand it's about vibration and how this magic works, the spiritual magic and science works. All right, who knows, man? Like, my soul probably wanted to be free from all of this, and it was leaving my body, and I felt it in my bones. If this thing left my body, I was going to be a corpse. And I got up like, no. Sorry about that.